We finished sixth today. We have just about scraped into sixth position thanks to Chelsea beating Wolves 2-0 and us getting a draw. What did you make of the game? It was a bit of a drab affair, but do you think we did all right to get a point today?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fully honest. After they scored the equalizer, I kind of zoned out because it just happens to me every now and then. It was kind of like when Leicester, when we scored that third goal against Leicester, I started zoning out because I thought the game was pretty much over.
I think the whole team zoned out after we equalised, to be honest.
Honestly, maybe. And yeah, I did pay attention to the game. Also, on the replay, now I have like a rare favorite player in Ben Davies. But the challenge he tried to make to get rid of the ball, what was that? I think he was at fault for that goal, to be honest. When then they equalized, obviously, we started sitting back deep. Everyone's been saying that we just went for the point. I think that's correct. I don't think we were going for the whole 3 points. We had that one chance where Davies did cross it into Lucas, and he did volley it, and unfortunately he missed the target. But it's difficult trying to get that on target, so you can't really blame Lucas for that. And yeah, I think after we went for the points, you can tell. I mean, he brought on Sanchez for Lucas Moura. I don't think he was going for a win with Sanchez. So at the end of the day, I think it is just the job done, getting the point, getting sixth place, securing Europa League, and maybe we can hopefully try and go win it next year. So if we can't get top four, we can get in through that. It's also a trophy at the end of the day. So yeah, the only thing I am worried about is I think it does kind of like stop our momentum going into next season, because we're on 3 wins and now we've broken our winning streak. And so maybe that could alter our momentum. But I mean, if we were trying to go for just the 1 point, then maybe it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, yeah, so.
I hear what you're saying. It's a bit frustrating that we kind of just sat back in the last bit and not gone for the win. But I think, yeah, as you say, I think we kind of knew what was happening in the other games around us, and that influenced how we played. But how do you assess the season overall, and also how do you assess just our season since Jose's come in?
The season overall has been poor. We started in that awful way against Aston Villa in that first half. We got pretty lucky in the second half. Eriksen came on and saved us, and then from there we played City, and then the Newcastle game was our first disaster where we lost 1-0 at home to Joelinton. This season's been really poor overall, and we were 14th when Pochettino got sacked. And when Jose Mourinho came in, actually, so I think this season, I'll give it like an overall like a 4, honestly, like everyone else being 4, 4.5. But Jose Mourinho, I think I would give him something like an 8. He brought us from what we were. We were awful. We were so bad. There was no players you could trust on the pitch. Even Harry Kane stopped running. No one was actually giving in any effort. We were constantly losing. We got whacked 3-0 by Brighton. Brighton were able to put 3 past us. That's like, for a team that was Champions League finalists, we can't accept that. So, but Mourinho came in and he did his usual thing. He tried to stamp his authority, and it worked in the beginning. But then we had the injury crisis with Kane, Son, Sissoko, who I think is very when he got injured, people weren't really worried. But I think even now that he's injured, I'm a little worried because his physicality in midfield, he does the dirty work. He doesn't get credit for that very often. So I'm quite worried he's injured now. So hopefully he can recover quickly. But we had this injury crisis. We had pretty much no foundation, and obviously we're going to get on pretty bad form. I think we had 6 games without a win at one point. Yeah, so I don't think you can blame Jose for that too much. I don't think any manager would have been able to get us past the round of 16, past the FA Cup round. I mean, we had no goal scoring threat. We had like Lamela and Lucas, who at the time weren't even on good form. So I don't think you can blame that on him. I mean, it's ridiculous because Liverpool lost the round of 16 to Atletico, and everyone was blaming the fact that Alisson was injured, but we have like 6 players missing in our attack. And everyone's like, Jose's finished. I don't understand it. But, yeah, so I think Jose gets an 8 for me, and the whole season's like a 4. So, yeah.
Who'd you give your player of the year to?
I think Son, because everyone has been saying Lloris, and I think he's been very good, especially since his return. But Son got us out of he rescued us. I mean, just 2 points against Aston Villa, for example. in that last minute winner, and he even got one of the other goals, and he had a broken arm that game. He rescued us in so many occasions that I think if we didn't have a player like him who could step up in the moments when we need him most, we honestly could have finished for Arsenal right now. So I would give it to Son.
Okay. And next season, are you have we seen enough to give you some optimism going into next season?
I think so, definitely, especially if Jose Mourinho does get his signings. If he gets someone like Højbjerg who can protect the back line, and allegedly some reports of saying he could play Ndombele, which would get us a lot of creativity. We would have a lot of threat going forward, and we could have a solid defense, which we've had since the restart. So I think there's definitely reasons for positivity, and obviously I'm not going to say we're going to go challenge for the title or whatever, but we could definitely win a trophy or two, and we could definitely finish top 3, and if the stars align, maybe we'll do something crazy like Leicester did, but I highly, highly doubt it.
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
But anyway, Arian, it's good to have you on, man. Really good to have you on. Where are you from?
Nice. I live in Los Angeles. So
LA.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's good to have your support. Always good to have the support from the US. But hopefully we'll see you next season. Looking forward to that.
Thank you. I hope you guys
should come back on. Go have you back on, man. Nice one.
Thank you.
Cheers for coming on, man.